All right, everybody. Welcome to Anime Brothers. It's yet another episode. So today we're missing Chris, who is our normal intro man. To below, I have Jamil, Quiet Jams.
What's up?
To my right, I have Dashni, the Disciple.
Hey, yo.
And I'm Ty, Superfly. All right.
There's a nickname I had never heard you go by. he's Tai Chi, Digimon.
Yep.
Digimon Tamer. Whatever. All right. Y'all ready to confess some things?
This is what happens when Chris is gone.
I know, right?
I know, right?
We sound lost. All right. I'm gonna call on confessors. I'm gonna call on Dashni, who's to my left.
All right, we do good. All right, so well, for quick confessions, we've decided that we are going to keep our confessions kind of on theme with the episode. In today's episodes, we are discussing 5 anime dads we don't want to be like, and 5 anime dads that we do want to be like. And this is all in the spirit because 3 out of the 4 members of this group are dads, soon to be dads. You know, I'm the odd man out, but we decided to have this conversation about what anime dads we love and some we don't want to be like. So my quick confession about my dad is, for my person about my dad, is I seriously don't think he remembers who I am at times. Not that he has like Alzheimer's or anything, it's just like, you know, he sees me and he just got him registers and he just takes guesses on who he might get for siblings. But this has been a thing since like even when I was a kid, but I think it's getting worse now that he's old. But he doesn't have Alzheimer's. He just takes his stabs in the dark. He hears motions and he just calls out names. he got 30% chance of getting it right.
30% chance. All right.
He kind of there.
My dad confession for my own dad. I don't know where I was going with that.
Biological.
But
no.
sorry. For the longest time, I used to think my dad had Wolverine-like powers because when I was little and we watched X-Men, he'd always tell me that he trained with Wolverine, right? I get the comparison because Jamil's wearing an X-Men shirt. But he would tell me he trained with Wolverine. So I'm like, oh, that's so cool. He was like, yeah, I can regenerate anytime I wanted to. So I always believed he had healing powers.
And that didn't backfire on him? Like, he didn't come at him with
Oh,
a knife
no,
or
once
anything?
I actually, once I was old enough to register what was real and wasn't, then I was like, Pops, you're not Wolverine. Plus, he had like knee problems because he had knee surgery when he was playing basketball back in the day. So I'm like, how come you still have a scar on your knee that I can still see?
He's like, nah. He's like, nah. I didn't say I was a Wolverine. I trained with Wolverines, and cats up in Michigan. And he's like, yo, I trained the boys up in Michigan. That's what I meant.
That makes a lot more sense.
Mm-hmm.
My dad related confession. Man, I had to dig deep for this one. So my wife's name is Melissa, and I don't know, man. The first couple times she came around, he called her Marissa, and he said it was by accident. I feel like it wasn't by accident. I don't know Marissa. And so it was like Marissa, and then became kind of a running joke. So now, if I say Marissa, I'll get an evil look from across the room.
Yeah.
That's I'm getting right now.
Are you sure he wasn't just trying to say her name wrong to scare her away?
Oh man, I don't know.
That's also a theory, man.
Right.
Well, I mean, I also have a theory about you not having any kids. Saying Dash, you might have 3 or 4 running around there. We don't know.
We're not putting energy into that. We're not putting energy into that at all. Like, no kids whatsoever.
Yeah.
Nobody run with that theory. Y'all stay out the comment sections with that. Nope.
Okay.
It'd be Dashny, you did have my baby number.
I know, right? So many people coming up.
Yo, I will head to Maury right quick. We taking that test. Nah, man.
I feel like you don't even gotta go to Maury no more. You got 23andMe. You got other things. You can test at home now.
Ancestry.
Yeah, but we black, so we gotta go to Maury.
You gotta support. You gotta support him.
Yeah. You gotta support. That's right. He'll pay for your flight down.
All those early mornings when we'd stay home from school or watching War on sick days, gotta at least show him some love.
I can't believe he's still in business, man.
Thriving. All right.
I get an invite to go on Maury. Sorry.
Probably will. Yeah. Probably will.
I don't think you'd want the invite to be on Maury. It's like, yo, someone wants to bring you on Maury. I'm raising questions, asking all 3 of us? Many questions. That's suspect.
That's even more.
That'd be very suspect.
Yeah, I don't like where that's going. Woo.
All right, let's get into the topic.
All right, anime fathers we don't want to be like. Let's start it off.
We'll start with that.
You want to start with number 5?
Number 5.
Let's do it.
All right, Goku, aka Kakarot from Dragon Ball Z.
Ooh.
So, right.
There's a dude that I could take or leave. Goku. He's not a bad dad per se. He's just really, really, really absent.
He's a bad father.
You can tell.
He kind of went out for a pack of smokes and never came back. He's that dad. The pack of smokes was a tournament, and never came back means he died, but came back and he saw his family again. And then he was kind of like, nah, I don't really need to be with y'all. Y'all seem to be good without me.
That's the worst part. He's around. He just refuses to actually raise the kids unless it involves fighting.
Yep.
Nothing else. No type of academic work, no nothing. He's just strictly fighting.
Leaves out all the chi-chi.
And don't get us wrong. We're not saying Goku is a bad person. Obviously, he's not. He's the main hero. And he's the protagonist of Dragon Ball Z. But when it comes to being an actual father, that guy's just terrible. It's terrible. You didn't even know where kids came from.
Oh, nope. Yeah. I was reading something that said that Goku actually might be he can kind of be considered more of a villain because at some point he knows that people are coming to Earth to fight him, and that's why he stayed at Earth to fight stronger people. And I was like, I guess that is kind of.
He says that he's not shy about it. He seeking out strong competition. Let's talk first of all. Let's talk about during the Cell games, right? My man goes to fight Cell. And it's like, you know what? I can't beat you at this power, so I'm gonna have my son Gohan. He volunteers Gohan to go and fight Cell, and then before that match he started, he's like, "Yo, Cell, flick him a sensu beam so Cell can be at full health. So Cell can be at full health to fight Gohan to make it a fair fight." All that same pride. Don't get us wrong.
Right.
Don't get it wrong. Gohan wins, but it's like, yo, Goku, what? This is mad dumb. That was such a stupid part.
The planet's at stake, but it needs to be fair. Yeah.
Right? But I mean, to his defense, before Cell blew up, killing everyone, including his son, he teleported him into outer space to take the hit for everyone. And then he also came back to help with the Super Kamehameha wave to defeat Cell.
The father-son Kamehameha wave.
Yeah.
You talk to him through King. Like I said, and this is why he's number 5 on the list. Because he still acts like he's a good person. He's a good hero. But when it comes to just being a father, he's ass. He's bad.
He's a booty dad. Yeah.
So
all right.
He's a bad father, but when it comes to the bad fathers, he's at the bottom of bad fathers. Unlike
the next one, number 4, we got Jing Freaks, aka Gene from Hunter x Hunter. He isn't just absent; he actively avoids his child. He will say, "Go to this mountaintop. Surprise! I'm not there anymore, but come find me." It's like, dude. Yeah. He leaves a tape for his son to find, and he has his voice for the first time ever. His son is able to hear it, and then he says, "If you want to go hear about your mother, please continue this tape. If not, you press stop. The tape will self-destruct, essentially, right?" And so he's like, "All right, well, like any other parent would have just been like, nah, don't let that, let him hear his mom's voice or whatever. No, the kid decides to press stop. And what happens? The tape self-destructs. Like, come on, man, don't be a douche to your kid. And I don't know. He's not, for the longest time in Hunter x Hunter, you actually think he's dead. I don't know. I thought he was gone. No, he's not. Have you guys seen it? Have you guys seen Hunter x Hunter?
The sun is gone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What do you think about him?
I'm going to get roasted in the comments for that one.
Yeah, that was, I got the joke, but yeah, you will get roasted. But, yeah, he actively, obviously, is absent, and he's trying to it almost like doesn't want Gon to find him, but he sends Gon to all his previous like students or people he's trained, and like I feel like those people should just be like, yo, this is where your father's at, but they don't even tell him because they've been told that they can't actively find him, so Gon's like at 100% loss when finding his dad.
Yeah, he sends him to an area. He's essentially like, yo, handle my light work. I'm not there no more, but you got that. You got some of my genes. And then like he's over in like a city. At some point, they're in the same city at the same time. Actually, I think they're in the same arena at the same time. Gon is in the front row. Jean walks in the back door, and he doesn't go down to say hi. He sees his kid, and he goes, nah, I gotta get out of here. I don't get why. I need the series to end so I can find out why.
Like, I don't watch Hunter x Hunter, but I know the running theme of Jean just avoiding Gon. And I know that I guess after one of like Gon's major battles and he was hospitalized, Jean didn't even go visit him. And then everybody's just like, yo, you gotta go visit. He's like, go visit your son. Like he's in front of a crowd or whatever. And they're like, yo, you got to go visit your son. He's just like, nah, y'all can go visit him. He's not going to die. I don't need to visit him. And I'm just like, wow. It's like, everybody got so selfish.
He's like, nah, he'll pull through. Don't you worry about that. How do you know? I don't know, man. It's like, I'm waiting for the plot twist to be like, yeah, so if we actually spoke, we would have not had powers anymore or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Something, anything.
Yeah.
Anything that makes sense.
Nothing.
Side note to Gon, though, that transformation. You never seen Hunter x Hunter at all? Like you haven't seen any of it? Oh man, he's got one of the best transformations. When he gets
transformed to his
that was sick. That's like an emotional transformation, man. It gets me like, ooh.
Right there. Dude, his power level was insane as well. Like,
yo.
I truly hope he's that powerful when he actually gets that older. Like, that was sick.
Talk about one-sided fights, though. that was a fight that I was like, wow, this is going to be a good fight when he finally gets to fight her. And then it was like, oh, no. Oh, no.
I was like, dang. It was like her power level was that of a child.
Yeah. And he went from child to ancient sage in a minute. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Well, moving on to our number 3 of bad dads, we have, let me pronounce this right, Raza of the Sand.
The 4th Kazekage from Naruto.
He's a dusty dude.
Yeah. Dude, he purposely puts a I forgot how to pronounce them.
Jinchuriki. No,
Jinchuriki. Biju.
Yes.
He purposely puts a Biju. Yeah, a tailed beast. I could have easily just went with that. He purposely put a tailed beast into his son for his own personal gain. Like, which is also crazy because he actually had an older son, but he chose Gaara, his youngest son.
Yeah, Gaara it seemed like he was kind of already a little, like suffering a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like he wasn't already all there. Putting a little something in it that's going to give him like, nightmares or freak him out, make him not be able to sleep. Just wasn't the nicest thing to do. That'll get you kind of high up on the bad dad list, I think.
Yeah. He's a terrible father. It was all just to increase the Saiyans' military power So when they go to war with the other nations, they have a freaking tail beast to control. And the worst part is like, and you see in the memories of Gaara's childhood how he wanted to be friends with other player members of the Sand Kids, and it's just like he wasn't explained. It wasn't explained to him what he is, how his powers will work. He just knew he can control sand, but he can't control it as a little kid. And so when he would lose rage, like the beast would come out and people would get hurt, and the Kazekage would just let them get hurt. He didn't even try. He didn't even try to save the people. He just sat there was like, oh no, guess we gotta kill Gaara.
Yeah, he would send assassins after him. It's like no wait, wasn't he trying to train Gaara at some point? Like he sent assassins just to like train the sand.
He claims that was his. That's what he said. He claims that was his former training.
Yeah,
not actual training. Just we're gonna send assassins after you. See how you utilize his power.
It was messed up though. His nanny, basically, his best friend nanny kind of dude. Like,
who was also his uncle. That was his mother's. That was his mother's brother, who actually loved the Gaara. One of the only two people that did. One of the very few people that did, because Kankuro and Tamari, they still love Gaara, even though they feared him at first. But again, that's another reason. That wasn't because of the Kazekage. He was an awful person, and so he sends Gaara's uncle Yashimaru to kill him, like have him disguised up as a masked ninja to go and kill Gaara. And of course, Gaara's tail beast, his power defends him and ends up killing Yashimaru. And when Gaara realizes it's Yashimaru, he goes crazy. And Yashimaru, with his last dying breath, at the request of the Kazekage, tells Gaara, "Your mother never loved you."
Savage.
Right?
What kind of father does that?
Drop the mic. All of a sudden, love.
Terrible.
Like, whoa.
That dude is trash. And then even when he got resurrected back during the Fourth Great Ninja War, he was still a bit of an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what? He's like, friends? He's like, Gaara, you know, he's like, how you get friends? Like, he was so shocked. Like, Gaara was he's like, what? He's like, you're the Kazekage? You got friends? You're the commander of this group? Like, damn, you got no faith in this kid at all.
Such a bad father.
So I mean, all right. I'm not gonna say this is kind of gonna segue to the other side, but like, technically, Minato did the same thing, except he didn't live long enough to be a douche about it.
It was a complete difference than what he did to what Minato did. So what Raza did was strictly for the sake of military power and increasing the sand. Minato was simply saving the village.
Yeah.
He saved the village, but he also sealed it in his son so that he could protect the village from the Nine Tails, because he had the Nine Tails.
But not only that, he said because Naruto was his kid and also with his and Kushina's kid, he's like, yo, this kid will be able to control the power one day. Yeah. And he would use it. It had nothing to do with just boosting the military might of the Leaf, where with Raza's goal was strictly power, and he strictly tried to control Gaara and keep him as a military weapon. That was it. There was no love. There was no love.
Well, did it not have that exact effect though? Like Naruto was literally treated as an outcast. And he was a military weapon,
but he was treated as outcast because of the village and the third. And the third, that was the third's fault that Naruto was treated like that, not the Force necessarily. I mean, the Kazekage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it the third's fault? Because even the third was like, "Nah, we gotta be good to him. He's nice and X, Y, Z."
You heard the third say that to one person, and that was Aruka. That was it. He only told Aruka to be.
He also checked into him.
Yeah,
he checked in him.
He only told Aruka to be kind with Naruto. All the other villagers was like, "Nah, we cool. Just treat him like trash."
Yeah. So it's one of my things. Like,
I know you saw them flashbacks.
Yeah. the dark crowd.
yeah. I know you saw flashbacks. Those villagers hated this dude.
Yeah. All right. I've been swayed. It was not hard.
All right, then on to our number 2, Endeavor from My Hero Academia.
Yo, do we just take the leash off of Dash and just let him go?
if you watched our previous episode when we were talking about top anime villains, you know how we feel about Endeavor. Okay.
I don't have a trash bag with me, but I can hold it up.
Yeah, exactly. Endeavor is trash. Like his sole purpose for even having kids was because he wanted to create some. Because knowing he can never be better than All Might, he wanted to have offspring that would one day become a number one hero. And for that, he married someone for the sole purpose of creating kids with a powerful quirk so they can be number one heroes. And he ends up focusing on Shuto, who is one of the main characters in My Hero Academia, one of the main students who has the power of earth, fire. Yes, his son, who has the power of fire and ice, and so he physically just abuses this kid left and right through training and attempts to toughen him up when it comes to the villain. And he's such a bad father that his bad parenting even went and affected his mother, well, Todoroki's mother, his wife, to the point where she burns Shuto because Shuto reminds her too much of Endeavor because of he has flame powers, and so she ends up burning him. And then when she burns him, what does Endeavor do? Beats her and sends her to a mental institution. This guy's trash.
I mean,
he also forgot his other two children who also hate him for all the abuse.
Well, Natsu definitely. That's his name, right? Natsu or Natsu?
It is Natsu.
Yeah.
It is Natsu.
Okay, Natsu. Natsu definitely hates him. But what's the sister? What is Natsu's the brother, right?
I don't know.
Natsu's the brother. Then he has I can't remember if she's older. I think she's the oldest.
Yeah, I think she's the oldest.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I don't know.
She doesn't like her. She doesn't like Endeavor either, but she's more willing to try and actually work towards restoring the family.
Mm-hmm.
Like she.
But she also tries to do the dinner. She does the dinner with them all, but doesn't work out.
Fuyumi, that's her name. Fuyumi.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm just saying, if the wife decides to throw some boiling water on one of the kids, how are you not gonna be mad about that?
But it's why though. But it's because of him.
I understand why, but like, if you decide to throw some boiling water on one of the kids, you might get hit. I'm just to let you know. I'm not justifying.
Ladies and gentlemen, we here at Anime Brothers like to say the views of Jamil are held by Jamil and Jamil alone. It's not a reflection of the thoughts of the Anime Brother community.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't justify this, but I'm like emotionally, if my child ends up like getting burnt by somebody on purpose, she doesn't do it by accident. She does it on purpose. She dumps hot water, boiling water on him. She looks at him and she goes, I'm sorry. No, that's not cool. We're not doing that. You got to go. You got to get out the house.
But listen, she's also, at that time, she also had a mental breakdown.
Yeah, it's his fault.
So there's somebody with yes, definitely like that's a bad look on her, but she was also in the middle of a mental breakdown because of Endeavor.
Yeah, it's 100% his fault, but sorry.
I was gonna say she'll get a shout out when we do Bad Moms.
She's not a bad mom on purpose. She's a bad mom because she was forced to be a bad mom. Unlike someone like, I don't know, Sakura, who let her kid run around the world, or Ash Ketchum's mom. How about that?
10 years old.
Get out of here.
I'm only gonna check up on you just to make sure you're changing your underwear. That's cool.
Yeah. No. Call more Ash. Okay, mom. I'll see you in 10 years. I'll still be 10.
Yeah, did they ever talk about where Ash's dad is? Or what happened to him?
Never mentioned.
I've realized this a lot in anime. They don't mention dad a lot. I think in the culture, it's like dad's always working. They don't ever see him. Like
provider.
So background story on making the good dads list, guys, viewers. It was actually very hard to make a good dads list. It's so many more bad dads than there are good dads in anime. It just happens that way. I can't find a lot more. It's I don't understand why. But well, I understand why, because the dads don't build character. I guess bad dads help more.
And on that note, we can go to our number one bad dad.
This
And
guy,
it's
he
not
built
really
character.
a surprise. He's definitely a character that's been mentioned on here many times before. And let's be honest, we can't really make a bad anime's dad list and not have Shio Tucker
This dude
as number one. We no way.
I mean, we already know what he's done. Like,
yep.
he killed his wife. He fused his daughter and the dog. Like, I can't.
If Endeavor's a trash bag, then he's a dumpster.
Full junkyard, full dumpster yard, man. That's, oh my gosh. And the thing is, he still doesn't, he never understood what he did wrong. It was all, like, even after it was done, he said, at least I can still keep my license. I made it in time. I made it in time. I can still keep my, like, I really thought Edward was going to kill somebody. And then I was like, cause Edward just goes off and starts pounding him. And it's such a heartbreaking episode when you hear her in the Chimera, she's like, Edward, no, hurt daddy. No. I was just like,
yeah. It's
like,
it's gut wrenching. It really is like that. That's the definition of it, man. Yeah.
So
And
it's
then
too sad for me.
when you get to see, like, finally when Scar finds her in the street.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah. That's why I was just like, okay, here we go.
She's in so much pain. I can feel this being that's not made to be, and his power is to deconstruct. And his puts his hand on her forehead, and she ends up as a blob or.
Nah, like they showed in Brotherhood, they like show her. I think it's different from the regular anime, but in Brotherhood, they just show her and Sho laying next to each other in a pool of blood after Scar comes through with them. Scar kills them both.
In Full Metal, they had her as a charred ash on the wall, like her dog body.
Yeah. They switched that up.
All right.
That's why I like Brotherhood.
Not as gruesome.
Okay.
Still sad, but not.
I mean, it sounds kind of gruesome. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, when you know you have to kill that little girl and the dog, the Chimera is like, that's still one of the. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well,
all right. Let's
to lighten the mood. We put the good dads back. Oh, sorry.
You want to do that now? You want to do it at the end?
No, let's do it
now because we're still in because we still got some honorable mentions. Here's like some of the bad fathers that we know are bad fathers, but just didn't make the list for the top
let's
5.
lighten it some. Some of these dads aren't bad,
Let's just list them off.
That bad.
I was just saying, let's just list them off.
We can list them. Some we can talk about a little bit. But we got the list.
I mean, both of these at the same time, right? All right, you guys want to say them with me? Sasuke and Naruto.
Oh yeah. Sasuke and Naruto definitely honorable mention. Sasuke and Naruto definitely mentioned for the bad list from Boruto, Naruto Next Generations. These guys are just bad. Sasuke. All right, granted, Sasuke is just not around. He's a bit like an absentee father, but that is because he's on a mission. But even when he's back, you still don't see him actually being fatherly to Sarada. I think he's had more conversations with Boruto than he does with his own daughter.
That's actually very true.
Pretty sure I've seen him talk with Boruto more than he does with his own daughter.
Yeah. And then Naruto's also absentee.
Yeah. But he just keeps using shadow clones.
Yeah, it does. That's
the worst part. That's maybe what made Naruto worse because when Naruto, for those of you who don't know, if you haven't watched Naruto, the thing is when Naruto uses a shadow clone, he can retain the memories when the shadow clones disappear, he can retain the memories from what his shadow clones was doing. So he can just every time he's too busy to be with Boruto, he will send a shadow clone over to be with Boruto.
So what irks me is that sometimes he don't even do that. Like, oh yeah, I'm just so busy at work. Like, yo, you didn't even want to send a clone home and act like you were at home? Like, no. Although one time Boruto gets like slick to it and he's like, yo, you're a clone. And he tries to come up on him. He goes, no, I'm not a clone. This is me. So that was
Boruto ends up figuring it out real easily more of the time.
Yeah. That's one of those things I really don't like about him. I liked Naruto because he wasn't a genius. Like he had to figure things out. Boruto already has it figured out, and he already has the power to do it.
I mean, well, that's a skill from his mother.
Yeah, but I kind of wish he actually had a challenge to fight. There's no challenges for him. Like he just kind of already has the power, and he goes off and does the story. Grow. I want to see growth. Damn it. Dang it.
You got too caught up in the original Naruto, so you can't accept Boruto. I see what's happening here.
Oh yeah, it's just like, when you transition from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball is like fist fights. Dragon Ball Z is pew pew lasers. Like it's
Dragon
different.
Ball Z was beast though.
I miss Nimbus. Whatever happened to Nimbus?
Oh, Nimbus is fire.
Yeah, power pole. No.
Okay, we saw what happened to the power pole. That's how we got to Kami's lookout in the first place.
I mean,
you can't get that back.
You can just take it back. You just take it back. You can fly now. It's fine.
Yeah, but at that point, why you need the pole? Because once you learn energy B, once you learn all these energy attacks, you don't need the pole.
Sure. I think you always need a pole. Just like, why not you grow those tails back, man? We need those tails. Ozuru.
for the monkeys.
Last thing a Saiyan needs is their tails. That's the last thing they need again.
Oh yeah.
Fact.
I need a weakness.
Speaking on Saiyans, Vegeta is also an honorable mention for a bad dad.
Vegeta's our segue dad. There's a lot that says that Vegeta's a bad dad. There's also a lot that says Vegeta's a good dad. He's apparently a better dad than Goku. I'm mad to say it. I'm mad at it. I don't know why. He is a better dad than Goku is.
So I will say this, like even given his redemption arc, Vegeta does definitely treat his kids better, but he's still a bad dad in the fact that, especially when we talk about just Dragon Ball Z and not even like including Super at the time, this guy treats Trunks with no type of respect whatsoever. First of all, he literally tells this dude, I never held you once as a baby. When Future Trunks tries to come and he figures out that Future Trunks is his kid, he trains with him for a cell, but like even before, when they're going to go fight the androids, my man just takes off and just leaves Trunks and Bulma there. And he's just like, this kid's catching up with me. Yeah, he must be my son. But he still doesn't try to actually like talk and deal with his son. Mm-hmm. Like have combat with him. It's like, nah, it's just, you're a warrior. We're going to fight and train. Like, damn, Vegeta. I will say this. The reason why he's on honorable because he actually does end up caring for his children. When Trunks dies, you see Vegeta get thrown into a fit of rage.
Yeah.
And he tries to go after Cell. So he does care for his kids. Which, Goku might, but, this guy, throwing a sensu bean, that's wild.
Don't actively put your children in harm's way. Like, don't make the enemy stronger and then be like, all right, you got this, right?
Oh, well, that's also why Vegeta makes an honorable mention, because when Trunks was trying to kill Cell before he found his perfect form, Vegeta went and fought him.
Yeah.
Vegeta attacked Trunks. Vegeta attacked Trunks so that Cell could find 18 and get his perfect form.
Yeah.
Which is the dumbest move.
Stupid.
That's why he makes honorable mention.
Yeah. One of the, I don't know if it's last, but it's last on my sheet for honorable mentions for bad dads is Mr. Yagami from Death Note.
So Chiro Yagami from Death Note. Yeah, he's definitely got to be an honorable mention because this dude, despite all the evidence that Light was Kira, my man was steadfast in denying it.
Yep.
Hardcore. Don't get me wrong. Light is a genius or whatever, but L stacked up all this evidence. This was just like, yo, come on. You're not even going to give this like a second look? Like,
right.
Nope. Light's not Kira.
He seems to know so much about the investigation, but those are only the notebooks that you took home.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the LeBron meme, like,
yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's like,
come on.
He's got to be. It's like, come on, man. You don't know a serial killer is living in your own home and you're a police officer? You're like, chief of police?
He didn't want to know. He's just like, nah, not my son. It's like, yo, but what is that? Nope, not my son. You think it's weird about this girl? Nope, not my son. Nope. There's nothing. Nope.
Yeah. I don't know.
It is sad, like, through all of Light's deception, like, Soichiro dies really thinking that Light isn't Kira.
Yeah, buddy. It's ridiculous, but that's how manipulative he was. That speaks more to Light than it does to Mr. Light.
Mr. Light.
That's what makes him like he's not necessarily a bad dad. He was 100% on his son's team. He's like
ignorant.
He's an ignorant person.
I mean, I guess you want to give him points for loyalty. You're loyal to the wrong guy. Oh, that's a serial killer.
Oh, yo, the Yagami family got loyalty running deep up there, you know. All right.
Wow.
And that's why he's a good segue dad to goods, right? He's a good segue dad. He's a good
dad you want to be like?
He's a good segue dad.
Got it. All right, let's move on to dads we want to be like. At number 5.
Number 5. Got you.
Thank you. Minato Namikaze from Naruto.
Minato Namikaze, aka the 4th Hokage, the GOAT.
AKA the least good dad.
I just want to say this. I was strongly against him as number 5, but you know, as the list goes. Because as you can see, I am strongly against Minato being at number 5, but we're just gonna go with it.
He wanted him
number 5
higher
because he didn't even raise his son. He didn't raise him. Like, he died
I got you,
him.
but the reason why he didn't raise his son just has him out there. He's a GOAT.
Look,
so
like,
yes,
we put this in the last one because, like, let's be honest, he didn't really help, but he helped a little bit. He put some chakra in him to release some memories. And I mean, I guess it's more than Gaara's dad did, but like
Gaara's dad didn't do a damn thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, it took him being resurrected to actually help his son out and be like, "Wow, that's you? That's awesome! You're doing all this. Oh, let's deflect that bomb for you." Like, he was a good
hey,
then.
The GOAT. Yo, he came through and did work. All I'm saying is, when Naruto needed him the most, when the pain came and we thought Hinata was dead, and Naruto went on that rampage, 4th Hokage showed up, pulled Naruto back, brought Naruto back to his regular mode. And after that, after Naruto spoke with his dad, he said, "All right, Pain, let's go round 2. I'm here for you. Let's go."
And
then when it came time,
yeah, what?
Wait, yeah. Which one? When you talked to his mom?
That was when he was trying to control the Nine Tails power to get the cloak mode.
Yeah, okay. Full. Wait,
that's when he was able to talk to him.
Or no?
No.
Oh no! Dad's when he merged them. That's right. Dad had the other half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's another thing. He made sure to give only half of the Nine Tails chakra to Naruto. He took the other half from himself, so Naruto wouldn't be that overwhelmed by the QB chakra.
He took the most evil half too. He was like, "The thing you have is evil. The thing I have is darkness." I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I gotta separate the yin and the yang.
Yeah, that was all right. All right, fine.
I'm just saying, if we were gonna bump him up, I feel like if he had the ability in his chakra to give some memories, he could have gave him some memories, like once he turned like 10 or something, be like, "Yo, this is what I'm your father. This is what your mother looks like." Like, kid grew up a long time.
Hey, yo, and again, Naruto's terrible childhood, I blame on the 3rd Hokage, and the rest of the Leaf Village for not even trying to help this dude.
Yo,
let's talk about this though. So let's unpack this. So Minato, like I said, Minato Namikaze, everybody else in the village of Naruto where have their clans, they take on the clan name of their fathers. And yet Naruto, he gave this dude his mother's last name, guaranteeing this dude would never know who his father was. That's some that is some BS. Like, come on, man. Come on, 3rd. Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's not like Minato was down his dying bed and said, "Yo, name this dude Naruto Uzumaki." Don't let him know he was my kid. Nah, that should make that decision on his own. Come on, this is
like,
nonsense.
If he had all this time, like, okay, he had some time to infuse some chakra. He obviously didn't have time to write a note, but like, you couldn't just like be like, yo, make sure he knows that he's the kid of royalty. Like, he's essentially like a royal child, but he's treated like trash. Like, they couldn't just. I don't understand that. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. And like the very one thing that I really wish that they did in all of Naruto is teach somebody his skill, the flying thunder god, or like flying rain god or whatever. That flash step that he had.
Rasengan?
No,
you mean
flying
the
teleportation
thunder god
thing that he had.
Flying Rajin.
Right.
No, that was
flying Rajin.
Yeah, the flash step that Minato had.
Like, yeah, the flying Rajin.
Yeah. Right. Why doesn't anybody else know that?
Only the three dudes.
The second knows
it.
Right?
The second was the one who created it. The fourth mastered it, but then the fourth also taught it to the three Hidden Leaf guys, the three Hidden Leaf Jonins. Because remember, during the fourth Great Ninja War, that's how they got Tsunade. That's how they teleported Tsunade over to the.
Oh, you're talking about the A and
everybody else.
ANUB or ANBU?
Not even the Ambu. It was like not the Ambu. It was like the dude with the. It was one of the leaf with the dude with the toothpick, who's always chewing on that toothpick, and then and then the other two dudes. Yeah, no, he doesn't have it, but it's him and the other two Leaf Jonin. They need to do it all together because the fourth taught it to them, but they can't do it on their own. All three of them need to like line their chakras together.
That's right.
In order to do it.
Rotated. Okay, yeah, you're right.
All three of them needed to combine their chakras together, which I mean, that just shows that they're important for something, but they're not that important. But all three of them need to line their chakra together in order to transport Tsunade and the Razakage to the battlefield.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Okay.
War.
This is one of those things. It's like it's supposed to be one of the strongest techniques ever. Why don't you have it?
Because it's one of the strongest techniques ever.
Not easily.
Not everybody can learn it, man. Not everybody can learn it.
That was one of my things. I was like, yo, that's supposed to be like your signature jutsu. You should have left some chakra to teach him that. That would have bumped you up on my list. Sorry, Minato.
Nah, man. We just gonna keep spamming Shadow Clone Jutsu whenever we can.
He didn't even teach him that. He had to learn that by accident.
Hey.
No, he learned it from the book, the scroll.
From the secret scroll that he stole. Yeah.
Yo, I like how Shadow Clone Jutsu is supposed to be a forbidden technique. What?
Everybody has it.
Everybody.
Right?
No,
so other people can do like the wood substitutions or whatever, like the clone, but it's just like not like, especially like in the very beginning, the Shadow Clone Jutsu was supposed to be like this straight up hardcore forbidding technique, and I'm just like, why?
Yeah,
I think it's literally actually just making a clone.
Yeah, I think it's multi Shadow Clone Jutsu. That's the forbidden one. I think they're actually technically two different things. But
Naruto. Well, the thing is, Naruto has all that chakra that we can just create a massive amount.
Army.
I'm just like, why is this a forbidden technique? You have enemies talking about, here's my earth clone, here's my fire clone, here's my water clone. What are you talking about? Shadow clones was supposed to be forbidden?
They deviated a little bit. They deviated some. I think when they first wrote the script and everything, they were like, all right, people are only supposed to really do like hand-to-hand combat and use knives and stuff like that. That's why when Sasuke was training, he was so good with shuriken. Like after a while, it became like, nah, I'm just going to teleport behind you, hit you with some lightning bolts, and then you're done. Like, game's over.
Like on paper, I can see it making sense. Like, we're going to show Naruto learns this forbidding technique to show how he got the power, like, so he can graduate. But then it's like, further on, you start writing more, it's like, yo, he's really using this technique fairly easily. It's like, how forbidden was this technique supposed to be? Why was it even forbidden?
Why was that scroll so big?
Like, I can see why the reanimation jutsu, why that's forbidden. Because you see what happens with it. That makes sense. For that jutsu to be forbidden. But shadow clones?
Yeah. Or like even Russian shuriken. Like, I get why that's forbidden. It messes up your hands. Like, don't do that. It'll stop your chocolate points from flowing. Okay, we get that. Shadow clone.
Yeah, to my man said, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna perfect this. I'm gonna be out. Make sure I can throw it. Make sure I can throw it.
It's like, oh, I can't use my hands. All right, I got you. For everybody listening, I made shoulder jukes.
Yes. For those who not watching.
Yeah.
But Naruto definitely is. One thing about Naruto is definitely they're not short on a list of great dads, which brings us to number 4. As for dads, we want to be like Shikaku Nara, aka Shikamaru's father, and he is one of, like, for me personally, like, he's one of, like, outside of Minato, he's probably my favorite dad in the entire series, because not only is he a genius like Shikamaru, like, he doesn't have as much of the laziness that Shikamaru has. Not at all. And so, but he's great in instructing Shikamaru on how to be an actual leader in a kid, and he's always there for Shikamaru when he needs him. Like when Shikamaru was the only one of his class to become a Chunin, his father was there for him. When Asuma dies, his father was there for him, helps him, like, encourage him, learn how to passing on the will of fire to Shikamaru, and always keeping him playing shogi with him to make sure Shikamaru kept up his intelligence, keeps him thinking moves ahead, which is great for Shikamaru's ability. And right, he's one of my favorite characters in Naruto. But then, like, even to, like, the final, to the 4th Great Ninja War, this guy is like the lead strategist because of his mind, because he has one of the brightest minds, not just in the Leaf Village, but in all of the ninja lands.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta give him my props too, because, like, he takes that sacrifice. I mean, I know it was mainly for his son, but he also did it for the village and the joined forces, of Shinobi. But, like, that sacrifice is real. It's a true father right there. I'd sacrifice myself.
There was.
You gotta have the kid first. Hold up.
When it's here. When it's here.
It's like, shout out to people wanting to give up their lives for children.
Shout out to people. Hey, you gotta give it all. That's the will of fire. You gotta make sure that the future generations live on to pass on the legacy.
That is a fact.
True.
Like, speaking of legacies,
speaking of legacies and kids passing on legacy. Speaking of legacies and kids passing on future, we have our number 3 dad, Gohan.
And how for the legacy.
He is a legacy, you know. Goku.
Well, I mean, like, if you're gonna say like Gohan's like the greatest fighter and he's like number 2, but then he lost the ability to be number 2, like the greatest fighter.
Gohan should have been the greatest fighter.
You mean Saiyaman?
Like, no, I don't. No, I don't. Not at all. You get that out of here.
Wait.
Get that out of here. That
was a downfall.
A complete butchering of what should have been the greatest character in Dragon Ball Z. But as a father, you know Gohan loves Pan very much, and he does everything that he can to protect her, make sure she's safe, make sure she's protected. But the thing about it is, like, he still allows, I mean, it's just a shame that she wants so much to be like her grandfather, that she wants to fight all the time, but he still makes sure, like, Pan has that protection. That, and make sure that, you know, there's nothing like to harm. Like, even like with Super, and while she's still as a baby as Super, getting Piccolo to help raise her, and like he just wants to make sure everything he does is by her. So he gave up his fighting to, I mean, especially after Z, like, you see that he gave up his fighting to make sure he can be there for Pan, because, you know, he didn't really have someone who was there for him.
Yeah, he knew what it felt like. He knew exactly what it felt like not to have a dad around. And so he was like, yo, you know what? I get that whole life. but like I need to be there for my kid because like it, like I mean, Gohan also grew up in a different situation. Like kid in the mountains. Mama made him read a lot so he can go to school and be smart and stuff like that. It's like you ain't gonna be like your father, and so
yeah,
he ain't like his father. Shout out to Chi Chi.
Yes,
she did it right.
Great
Mama's
mom.
out here working hard.
But studying with the academics, I don't have a problem with that. But it was the lack of just completely giving up fighting that turned him into a trash fighter. So in terms of a dad, amazing. In terms of a fighter, you fell off.
I know. You go from the greatest.
Exactly. And you were the greatest.
At least he went out on top. Like Jay-Z wanted to do in 99. What was that? The Black Album.
Hey, Jay-Z is still dropping hits though.
I know. What was that whole retirement about? I don't want to segue, but like we might need to talk about this because you can't retire and then just not retire. It's just not retirement at that point.
People do that all the time.
Yeah, it's just like the hype. It gets more they get more people, more viewers, more listeners. It's all hype, man.
It would be like, guys, we're retiring the show. But next episode, we'll be right back. And
it's like, yeah, we're retiring. Oh, we want another one. Oh, you want another one? All right, we got you. I got you.
Speaking of
retirement.
Dang, so still my segue. I was about to say that.
I heard it coming and I knew it was coming because retirement. I'm like, this is perfect. What just happened here? This is magical.
All right,
get
take it away.
No, you got this. You get it. Get it, Ty.
All right. Speaking of retirement, we have at number 2 the retired Shima guy, Ishan. Oh man, I can't pronounce his last name. So sorry, people.
Kurosaki.
So what he was saying.
So what you're saying is I should do the segue?
We have the retired Shinigami Ishin Kurosaki, number 2. Father of Ichigo Kurosaki, protagonist of Bleach. Ishin is amazing. He is hilarious.
Yeah.
The character.
Top-notch dad.
He is funny. The way.
I was gonna say he's a single father of 3. He got 2 little girls, 1 teenage boy with just your average teenage boy. Yep, right. Oh man, he's just a great pops. He's also obviously like super friendly and candid with his girls, like making sure they get everything they need, keeping them safe. The boy is a little rougher with Ichigo. He's a little rougher with, but boys need that.
My man's always fighting Ichigo whenever he comes into the house. As soon as he comes in, it's become like the running gag in Bleach. Every time Ichigo walks into his house, his dad's just ready to attack him. It turns to a fight. Like literally, the first episode, Ichigo comes in and he comes in with the Ichigo. He's like, "You're late," and kicks him in the face. He's going to a battle.
He knew he was gonna be recruited. He knew he needed those reflexes.
And it's so funny because like at first you think like Ishin is just like this goofy dad who's like super overprotective of his daughters, and then it's like you get the revelation that he's a freaking Shinigami, and then he's like, oh, this dude's a beast. This dude is actually beast. And so when you get more into his story, you're like, oh, he's done everything for the sake of Ichigo because he knew one day what Ichigo would become. For the story, it's just like, oh man, this guy just amazing.
That's the only arc I haven't read in Bleach.
Bruh.
Really?
That's the one. It's the one. Like right as soon as they found out, like they could tag team. So, that was the Aizen arc in the anime. Like he found out. Like you kind of find out that they know about each other, and then like Aizen happens, and then the anime ends. And so like that's about it.
The anime ended. There was another arc after Aizen.
No, there wasn't. Was there?
Yeah, there was. Wait, did you finish the Aizen arc?
Yeah, the Aizen arc is when he gets like the black hair, right?
Yeah, he turned into Mikasa, but there's another arc after. There's like another like canon arc after Aizen. So like after Aizen dies, there's a filler arc, and then there's the final canon arc.
Wait, hold on. There's a Is it the full bring, or is that before?
Yeah, the full bring. Full bring's the final, official final arc.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, yeah.
All right, yeah, he's got it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But if you read the manga, and then you have the 1,000-year Blood War arc, which is the official end.
Yeah, that's coming out though.
Yeah, they are bringing it back. They are bringing the anime back for that. And I hope it's gonna be lit. Ishin needs more airtime for that. That's when you find out, like, damn. That's when Ishin tells. So during that, that's when Ishin tells Ichigo like the full story of his mother,
his mom, yeah,
from his getting. I'm just like, oh, okay.
That was deep.
Get it.
That was lit. We good, but yeah, Ishin number 2.
Yo, wait. I just found out something today. Something from Beavis and Butthead is coming back, and they're gonna be dads.
You gotta be kidding me.
That they are bringing that show back. I thought of it earlier today because I was like, no way. Because I saw it go through my Facebook feed, and I was like, this is the perfect topic. I'm just gonna talk about it. I'm sorry. Beavis and Butthead is older than all of us.
Who the hell would ever want to father children to those two?
Right? Yeah. They spent their entire time on that show trying to get laid. Apparently it worked.
Bet you sperm donors.
Ooh. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah,
that's probably what it was. They probably were sperm donors.
And then they just found out who the person was.
That'd be perfect.
But no, like we said, this episode is about dads we don't want to be like, and dads we do want to be like. Not just, yes, we love anime, we love all this action stuff, but there's more to just being a great dad than being a great fighter, which brings us to our number 1 dad that we want to be like, and that is Maze Hughes from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Like, General Hughes is one of probably the most like popular and favorite, generally beloved anime dads out there in the anime universe. He is compassionate and caring, and the way he dotes on his daughter is just completely lovable. He has so much care and compassion for his family, and like in his short time in film, that's the thing. He is beloved generally by a lot of the anime community for just his short amount of time on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and that's something that needs to be said for that.
Yeah, no,
He's hilarious.
They had him there. He was like stoked that his wife was pregnant. He goes, "Oh, the baby's coming. And then she has the baby, and he's like, got his phone out, or not phone. He's just pictures like, "Shut his pictures of my baby. Like, isn't she so cute? Oh my God, she's the cutest, right? Oh, I love her." It's like, that's the guy I aspire to be. He has no like actual powers. He's just a general in the army. He's a regular guy, and like, you know what? He's really, really wild about his family. Of course, Full Metal did him dirty. But yeah,
like his untimely deaths just sparks off the entire like series.
He even kind of goes out like a hero though. Like, if I had to, that's the way I'd go out.
Mm-hmm. And it's a testament to how great of a character he was. Because when Colonel Mustang finds out who kills him, probably one of my favorite fight scenes in the entire show. Like, that was good. That was a great battle. But yeah, it's like Hughes, definitely one of the most beloved characters as a father.
Yeah. Shout out to the writers of Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Brotherhood, because like, y'all are making some impactful characters, or we're making some impactful characters.
Yes, you know, like, as you can see, the number 1 for the dads we don't want to be like, and dads we do, both came from Full Metal Alchemist.
Right? Yes, it's like, come on now. Maze had like what, maybe 10 episodes where you actually saw Maze in. And
if that.
Yeah. Well, see, in Brotherhood, he gets a little bit of a stretch. Not Brotherhood. In Full Metal, like he gets kind of a stretch like of episodes. So you do get to see him a little bit, and just like Sho Tucker's daughter, you get to see her a little bit, and it's like as soon as they get cut out, it's like, oh my goodness, what just happened? Like you get so attached to the characters, and so when something negative happens to them, something happens to them in general, it's just like, I can't believe they just did that. Well, it's like Game of Thrones. Like, you know, I was so invested in Robb Stark. All of a sudden, they murked his family and is at the red wedding. Why am I watching this show?
that was rough.
Yeah,
That was bad.
It was passionate. Right. We took a pause after the red wedding, just to we stopped watching the show for a month or two.
Just
like, we can't. We gotta decompress. And then it was like last time on Game of Thrones, and I was like, no, fast forward that. We don't need to see that. All right, bring us up with some honorables.
All right, I'm gonna start off with Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. Now,
Let's
Piccolo
be honest,
is not
we know the real father.
Yes,
right?
We know the real father, but Piccolo is what we call a father figure instead of an actual father. So Piccolo basically raised Gohan. So obviously we all know Goku was absentee. So Piccolo came through. He was like, I'm gonna take this one for the squad. I'm gonna raise Gohan. He actually trained Gohan how to fight. He did the whole. He actually cut his tail off too, if I'm correct.
Yep.
He just helped him emotionally, just getting through stuff, helping him throughout different battles. Why can't I remember though? It was a battle on top of Kami's tower with why can't I think of this dude's name?
Garlic Jr.?
Yes, Garlic Jr. Thank you. And Piccolo helps him through that, gets him through it, helps him power through, helps him pull out the max power that he possibly can at that time. And I don't know. Piccolo's just always been there for Gohan. They have a telepathic link together. That's how tight they are.
For real.
Not to mention,
I'm like, no way.
Not to mention, Piccolo also ends up he sacrifices himself to save Gohan when Nappa and Vegeta come, stood in that way because, this is a guy who hated Goku for years, but he saw Gohan and he was able to find love because of Gohan, and you'll see it throughout the entire series of Dragon Ball Z. He's very protective when it comes to Gohan, and he's also critical too. He's whenever there's a big battle coming, he's like, yo, Gohan, we gotta train, we gotta do this and make sure you're ready for it. Piccolo's always that guy to be there for Gohan.
Yeah,
and like Jamil said, it was hard to find actual fathers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a father figure.
Resort to father figures, which brings us to our next one.
Ooh, segue. Go ahead.
We have the Hidden Leaf's very own Sanin, Jiraiya. Now, Jiraiya, for all you guys who watch Naruto, you find that Jiraiya is Naruto's godfather. He was also the one who trained Naruto's father, Minato, and he's one of the Hidden Leaf Sanin. He helped Naruto. He was the one who taught Naruto how to use the Rasengan, one of Naruto's most powerful attacks, especially when he was a kid. He became immediately after the Orochimaru attacked the Sand Village, and he knew, he knew that. Well, he originally came to because he was tracking Orochimaru, but when he saw Naruto's struggles, he felt an obligation to help Naruto gain his full potential. And Naruto loved Jiraiya as a father. He wanted to spend as much time as he could with Jiraiya, even though he called him the pervy stage. He loved Jiraiya training him. And that's just more when it comes to Shippuden, where Jiraiya's death scene, and when Jiraiya dies and Naruto's jumping through the woods, and then you see the ghost of Jiraiya just grab Naruto on the shoulder, and I'm just like,
right in the feels.
I shed a tear. The first time I saw that. It's just a testament to how powerful of a father figure Jiraiya was for Naruto.
And also, not just Naruto, he was also a father figure for 3 others. Nagato, Pain, I forgot the girl's name.
Oh yeah, I don't remember her name. The paper ninja.
Yeah.
But I just had it too.
But he also helped raise them because they were
Conan. Conan.
Conan.
Aha, yep.
Well, no,
Yeah,
he
taught
found
them no
them.
jutsu.
He found them during because Orochimaru was still there. It was him, Orochimaru, and Tsunade. They were the three Sanin, and they were battling Hanzo, the salamander
Yo.
of the.
Mm.
They were in the
That's
Hidden
it.
Rain village. They were in the Hidden Rain village, and
So he was
the Hidden
young.
Rain village was a village that was like somehow was literally smack dab in the middle of all
Between
five
the war.
nations.
Yeah.
So like anytime war brew out, the Hidden Range village all got affected by it the worst. And Nagata was orphaned. His parents died through some like jabroni hidden leaf guys, but then you'll never see again because they ended up dying. But like Nagato meets up with Yahiko and Conan when they were kids, and they end up seeing they end up fighting Jiraiya, Orochimaru, and Tsunade after their battle with Hanzo the Salamander, you know, and then Orochimaru being Orochimaru tries to kill him off right from the jump. And Jiraiya's like, nah, he's like, nah, I'm gonna teach these kids
How to defend
ninjutsu
themselves.
how to defend themselves because their land is getting completely ravaged. They're orphans. So like he felt, and you find out like with Jiraiya's history because of the prophecy Jiraiya had, the great frog elder gave Jiraiya as a kid. He's just like, yo, man, he's like, let me go ahead and find these students. Let me go ahead and train these kids. And like, I gotta find the child of prophecy. So
Yeah, one
so
of my
he helped them.
disciples.
Yeah.
One
So
of
he
my
went and
disciples
trained
will
them.
be Yep. And Nagato had the
Became
most
like
promise because he saw the eyes.
He
goes,
saw
"Wait
the
a minute."
Rinnegan.
Yeah. He's
Rinnegan.
like, yo, man, he must be the disciple. He must be the one that's gonna bring peace to the land. Like,
Yeah.
let me do it. So I don't.
Obviously, it didn't work out too well.
No, he definitely messed up with that one. But I was gonna say he's not. I mean, like he kind of followed them a little bit, but like he's just like sensei. You know, I feel like to those three. He definitely fathered hardcore for Naruto though. Like he daddy.
Yes. And then my last honorable mention for fathers is real goofy one, but I love this guy. I gotta go with Hercule or Dragon Ball Z. Hercule is for the yes. He definitely is gonna go on the honorable mention for dads I want to be like because if you just actually go back and watch Dragon Ball Z and listen to Hercule's lines, they're gold, pure comedic gold because he's just so outlandish with his power that he thinks he has. Like the confidence that Hercule has is just amazing. Like I want that confidence to act like I'm the champ. Knowing full well there are clearly guys who are stronger than me to put up that facade, act around everybody was just like, yo. And he just and like, he obviously cares for Videl a lot.
So much.
And he has you can see Hercule has a good heart. Like when Majin Buu comes and he's going to, and Majin Buu going his rampage, Hercule was like, obviously like the world is pressuring Hercule to go because he's the world champ. And Hercule's going, and then he sees Buu and he realizes like, yo, this guy's actually not a real bad guy. He just has like some horrible teachers. So it's like he actually talks Boo to get him to stop from killing, which would have been fine if that damn sniper didn't show up.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, Hercule has a good heart when it comes to like being caring, and him as a father, he just cracks me up. Like I want to be that guy. I want to be that guy. I want to have the confidence of Hercule and be that guy to provide the comedic relief while also making sure I take care of like my kids. Like he obviously had he cared about Fidel, even though he refused to let her train with him because then he get exposed. Like that's what I love about this guy. It's like he goes to great lengths to keep his secrets, and it's just like, yo, I'm the stronger.
Even though Videl was stronger than him.
Oh yeah,
like he is hilarious though.
Yes.
And then he even after like when taking in Boo, and you'll see it in Super, like he obviously like kind of like treats Boo like as one of his own kids as well. He wants to make sure like Boo doesn't get hurt either.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. I got two that are kind of almost the same. Taino's one. From Blue Exorcist, we got Shiro Fujimoto, who is a priest. he raises two of essentially the devil's kids. He's just a really good father figure. He protects them, ride or die. Does he actually die in that? I don't remember.
He does die.
He does die? Okay,
yeah. Satan kills him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He kind of possesses him for a minute, and that was overpowering for his body. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, like, you know, he tried his best to put them on the right track, kind of orphaned them, like, brought them up as orphans. Another almost exactly same storyline. Black Clover, there's a priest called Orsi Orphi. He does the same thing. The two main characters in that are Asta and Yuno, and he basically brings them up as like orphans in the church or whatever. And like Asta has no magic, Yuno has all the magic, and it's like, so you guys both want to be Wizard King? It's like, but the Wizard King has to have magic, so it's not gonna be you. It's gonna be you.
Damn.
Yeah. But Asta has the power of anti-magic, so it's like, you might be able to do it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Black Clover is interesting.
Oh, I see. Oh, so since you can use magic, we'll give you anti-magic.
Yeah. Literally everybody else in the world has magic, and so his power ends up being he's super strong because he's just like, well, maybe if I do some push-ups, like I'll get some magic power. He never does, but he gets some like swords, and the swords cut through things with magic abilities. So he gets awesome like dual wielding stuff where he gets this massive sword, just slaps people around with it. It's cool. I like it. But yeah, those are two like just awesome father figures who aren't really fathers but treat these kids like their own. And Black Clover dad doesn't die because, you know, he's just a priest in a village, so they didn't actually go after him or anything like that. But Fujimoto ended up losing his life for that.
It's a shame.
It is a shame.
Sad day.
Yeah. I had another one though. When we were talking, I was actually going to mention this, but you brought him up earlier. Asima Sensei. I don't know his last name. I think it's the same as the third Hokage from Naruto.
Oh, Sarutobi.
Yes.
Yeah,
Asima
Sarutobi. Yeah, there you go. He's a great actual father figure. Even though he had a dad, he was a great father figure still, because he was still playing shogi. He was teaching them the jutsu and all this other stuff, and I thought he was a good honorable on the father side.
True.
Yeah,
I mean, he ends up fathering a child, but he never got to meet.
Yeah,
because untimely death of Asuma.
Yeah, that happens a lot in anime too.
A lot of people keep meeting untimely deaths.
Like, oh, you a good dad? Adios. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here?
Good dads don't survive.
They don't, apparently.
Sometimes you need to do bad dads sometimes. But what?
Sorry, you know what? Sorry, I'm just gonna throw back to honorable mentions for fathers I don't want to be like. We're gonna give that to Mr. Yeager from Attack on Titan. Aaron's dad. Yeah.
I don't got it.
That you haven't seen Attack on Titan yet?
I watched one episode and I was like, I don't think this is for me.
So we're just gonna throw Mr. Yeager on there.
Yeah.
Yes. Gracia Yeager. He's definitely honorable mention for fathers you don't want to be like. And if you watch Attack on Titan, you understand. I'm not gonna ruin it. But I just want to throw that out there. He was going to be on my honor. He was on my honorable mentions for father that didn't want to be like that. I forgot to mention.
I also forgot All Might. Let's be honest. My Hero Academia.
Yep.
Is he? I don't consider him a father figure at all.
He's more like a mentor.
Isn't a father supposed to be a mentor? You better figure that out in the next 5 months.
That's a stretch.
Is it a stretch? I mean,
because here's the thing: Deku was just obsessed with the dude. It's not like ended up running into him. So we gave him a train for Bruce. Like, I don't think for anything that's shown so far that he's actually shown like some fatherly instincts towards Deku. I think it's still like a teacher-student or like a mentor-apprentice type thing, not really like a fatherly type bond between those two.
Okay. Okay, I'll accept that because I'm thinking back to the scene. No, I'm thinking back to the scene where like Izuku's mom was like, okay, Midoriya is not going to this school. Like he's absolutely not. Like, why is it that no matter what happens, all these other students are fine, and my kid always ends up in the hospital? 100%, he's not going to your school, especially not if you're going to be the teacher. Like, I can't just let that happen. And so, like, you know, he kind of like was bowing down, and like he didn't have to like casting over her, but he did, you know, have to like, I will watch over him, I will be his mentor, and I will do this, and like, I won't let anything like that happen to him again. You know,
in that regards, I'm just like, he's responsible because he gave the dude the power. So it's just like anything that's happened to Deku is just like, it's definitely because of All Might.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, he kind of brings that on himself. Let's be honest. He goes, "Don't go over there." Deku's like, "All right, well, I'm just gonna go over there real quick." You know,
true.
Any kids like that?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Tell them not to do something. That's the first thing they're gonna do.
That's right. Like, yo, don't use 100%. Are you sure I shouldn't use 100%? Because I feel like I should use 100%.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, I'm about to use 1,000,000%. On some guy I don't even know. Yeah, he just completely damaged my tire.
Yo, the dude with the muscles? Is that we talking about?
Yeah. When they were in the summer camp. My man just started like, yo, complete disregard for his body.
Dude,
I was like,
care at all.
Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and use it.
How do you throw a punch from this position? You can't throw a punch from this position. You just can't. There's no way. If your hands stop like that, there's no way to throw a punch. It's just how. I was watching that episode. Like, I want him to do it, but like physically, I don't think that's really possible. And against gravity, like you going up.
Yeah.
Somehow he did it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue anime physics. Maybe that's a topic for another episode.
Nah, man. I don't want to get into anime fixes because it just doesn't make any sense. We just be here talking nonsense.
You know, like the don't pause an episode.
You just gotta accept.
You know, sometimes when you pause an episode, you get like a crazy face shot. Something crazy happening. Don't ever pause anime. That's one of those things too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. We got any more honorable mentions?
That's it. That's it for me.
Yeah. I think that's it.
All right, we're calling it.
How about honorable dads and dishonorable dads? We're doing a closer. That works. I'll do it.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. Well, very great having you guys here. This has been another episode of Anime Brothers. I'm Jamil, Quiet Jams, aka Jamil the Real Deal. This is Ty Money, aka what do you call yourself? Talking Ty? What? Tuck and roll? Oh, yeah. No, we're not going with that.
Superfly.
Superfly. This is Disciple Dashni, aka Never Ashy, because that's what Chris says. and we are signing off for the evening. Yep. Thank you very much. Be sure to like and subscribe. And Annie out.
Comment below.
Please
Annie out.